Good morning, adoring fans. It's Saturday, day 5 for Ezekiel, and he is looking great. There's been a lot of change over the last 24 hours, and so that's been really nice to see. If you're looking at his face right now, you can see that he doesn't have a ventilator anymore. Not intubated, and so he's breathing on his own. He does have a little extra oxygen coming in through that tube in his nose that he seems to like to pull out. So I have to grab his hand every now and then and keep him honest. He also is not sporting a catheter anymore. We're going to be changing diapers soon. Still has a central line, but his breathing is good and his blood pressure is good, despite the fact that his dopamine dose got cut in half over the night. And so that's really encouraging to us. It's going to take about another day to wean him off the fentanyl. That's the narcotic that they give him to keep him a little more comfortable. And the silence that you're hearing in the background, as if it was silent in the hospital, is the lack of the noise from what's called the blanketrol I showed you yesterday. He is now regulating his own body temperature, and he's up to normal, and he's doing great. And so he's still getting some blood products in the form of fresh frozen plasma, but he should be getting some colostrum from his mama today, and supplementing the feeding tube, and that's really exciting for us. And at some point relatively soon, Mama will start to be able to nurse him when his respiratory things clears up. If you can hear him a little bit, he's got what we call in the Lansbury household some glookies in his chest. And so hopefully he can cough up some of that phlegm and such. This is the fresh frozen plasma up here. It's just coming in a little bit. And that keeps his blood clot ability up by giving them blood products. So, there's where the catheter used to be, and the tube yesterday, and so I was pretty excited to not see that today. And so his blood pressure is pretty strong, and his heart rate is good, and he's breathing at 53 beats a minute all by himself, no respirator. He is getting about 37% oxygen through that tube, which is, if you remember, 21% is what we get in normal air. So he's getting enriched air to help him heal, but he's doing really great. Here's the room. I haven't showed you most of the room. We have this area over here where I've got a couch I can sleep on, or sometimes I can sleep in another bed. But then up here we've got emails that we got through the St. Francis website, and pictures that his sisters drew. None of his brothers drew any pictures yet, but we've got several pictures from his sisters. Raya really likes doing this art where everything's tight, and you can see EJ's initials in the art if you look carefully. And this is Elsie. Clara drew this, and Elsie wrote on that Claire said this was an alien that couldn't find his home. I think she's looking forward to Mama and EJ coming home today. So Ezekiel's looking good, and Mama should get to come home today. They're telling us this evening, and so we're really excited about that. We're excited about him getting some of Mama's colostrum. But EJ's doing good. I got to see his eyes a little bit this morning, but he's sleeping pretty soundly right now. And the fentanyl weaning process is going well. That's the narcotic he's on. That'll take about another 24 hours or so to get completely weaned off. But he's up to normal temperature, has had no seizure activity, and he's looking great. You can see that the diuretic they gave him, called Lasix, is causing him to have a lot less swelling now, plus he's moving around a little more. So he's not retaining all that water. He is still a little bit jaundiced, but nothing to require a billy light. And so his jaundice number is just up a titch from yesterday, they told me, which is still in the 7 range. And that's not that bad. It's pretty normal for a little baby. So we're doing all right, and hopefully we'll get some sunlight in the window. And we don't know when we can start the kangaroo care. That won't start until they decide to remove that central line that's coming up in his groin. And that'll mean he can walk around with Mama, but he should be able to start nursing sooner than that, and Mama hold him, and that'll be today or tomorrow, maybe as late as Monday, when he's ready for that. So he's doing great. There's been a lot of change, and we're really excited about seeing him without quite so many tubes. So thanks for tuning in again today, and keep praying.